Welcome. Please stand for our nation's flag. Troops, attention. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ready? 2. At this time, Michael Meunier will bring the invocation.
Please bow your heads. As Scouts, we hear a lot about character, persistence, courage, loyalty, cheerfulness, service, setting an example, protecting the weak and the helpless. We know, Lord, that being an Eagle Scout is a lifelong responsibility. We pray not only that these Eagle Scouts would exemplify these qualities, but we ask that He might influence others to do the same. May honesty and integrity be your guide so that you can always stand by your word. Scout is trustworthy. May you stand by your family, your friends, and your country, even when it's difficult and at times it may feel like you are standing alone. A Scout is loyal. May you always offer a helping hand or cup of cold water to those in need, whether or not they ask for it. A Scout is helpful. May you always be the type of person that people want to be with, work with, and live with. A Scout is friendly. May you always show respect to everyone. A Scout is courteous. May harm never fall to anyone or anything due to your actions. A Scout is kind. May you always follow the laws of man and of God. A Scout is obedient. May you greet each other and every person with a smile each and every day. A Scout is cheerful. May you cherish the gifts God has bestowed on you and never take them for granted. A Scout is thrifty. May the courage you have shown thus far in life only grow as you face deeper challenges on the road ahead. A Scout is brave. May your words, your mind, and your body remain pure. A Scout is clean. May you always love and honor the God which created you in His image. A Scout is reverent. May you keep yourself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And may the great Scoutmaster of all Scouts be with us till we meet again. Amen.
At this time, I would like to introduce Judge Marvin Quattlebaum, who is our chairman of this Court of Honor. Judge Quattlebaum was born on August 2nd, 1964, in Durham, North Carolina. He received his Bachelor of Arts from Rhodes College and his law degree from the University of South Carolina Law, where he served as a member of the South Carolina Law Review. He started his legal career as an associate at Nelson Mullins Riley in Scarborough, where he was a partner before becoming a judge. His nationwide trial practice focused on complex civil litigation in federal courts. On the basis of his expertise, he was invited to serve as a fellow in the American College of Trial Lawyers from 2011 to 2012. He served as the president of the South Carolina Bar, and in 2021, he's serving as the chair of Greenville's YMCA Board. Please welcome Judge Quattlebaum.
Please have a seat. Thank you, Caleb. It's my privilege to be here and to call this Eagle Scout Court of Honor to order. And we're going to begin with some welcome and some introductions. At this time, we will recognize our honored guest. And I would, if we could begin with the Eagle candidate, Matthew Cottner. Will you please stand? And will your family please stand? And if all will remain standing while we recognize everyone. Would Eagle Scout Sawyer Gilliam please stand? And along with Sawyer, his family. Would Eagle candidate Owen Laird please stand? And Owen's family. Eagle candidate Wells Leland, please stand. And Wells' family. Would Eagle candidate Kel Runyon please stand? And Kel's family. Would Eagle candidate Britton C. please stand? And Britton's family. It's a big family. Would Eagle candidate Gordon C. please stand? And Gordon's family. And would Eagle candidate Jack Wright please stand? And Jack's family. Great. These are our candidates, and we'll recognize y'all and thank you more as the program goes on. You can please be seated. Now would Mr. Scott Kilgore, Troop 19 Scoutmaster, and all of the Troop 19 Assistant Scoutmasters please stand. All right, great. Thank you. Would all members of the Troop 19 committee and all parents of Scouts who have helped out so much with this year please stand? Great. Thank you all. And last, would all Eagle Scouts present in the audience, including adults, please stand? Great, thank you. We're going to have a roll for you a little bit later on. Well, as I said, it's my honor to be here today. It really is. This is a neat ceremony, and I want to thank everyone who is here. It's a great crowd, and appreciate all who came to show support and thanks for the Eagle Scout candidates. But I'd really like to talk to the Eagle Scout candidates here for just a quick moment. I only know a couple of y'all by name and through knowing you personally, but I bet during this journey you had some times where you wondered, why in the world am I doing this? And you might have wondered, why did my parents make me do this? Well, I hope today you come to believe this was all worthwhile. You may already be there, but I hope at least today it is. And from my standpoint, I hope you'll at least think about two things that I hope makes it worthwhile to you. One is, it's very rare to achieve this Eagle Scout distinction. And doing a little work for this, I learned that the first Eagle Scout was awarded in 1912. So here we are 110 years later, and all the Scouts that have come through in the United States since then, less than 3% have achieved the rank of Eagle Scouts. Among those are Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, Sam Walton, who founded, of course, Walmart, and our Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer, who's about to retire, and many, many others. And so you're joining some very great ranks. The other reason I hope you appreciate and are thankful and are glad you did this is how important this is. You know, we need people in our country right now who feel a duty, as y'all do, to God and to country. You know, we need people who feel a duty, as y'all do, to serve others. And we need people who feel a duty, as y'all do, to serve yourself by remaining physically strong, mentally alert, and morally straight. As I was thinking about this, I remembered something I had read from a book about Mike Krzyzewski. Y'all know Coach K retired this year. And in 2001, Duke won their, I think, 4th national championship. And just before that game, Coach K read a letter to his team from a classmate of his at West Point. That classmate was a colonel in the Army named Colonel Burks. And here's what the letter said. Here's the letter. I spend most of my day thinking about force multipliers. And Scouts, that's what I want y'all to think about, force multipliers. Those are things that make you and the organization better without any increase in manpower or dollars. Force multipliers, just like superb leadership, preparation and planning, enthusiastic optimism, tough training, and truly caring for others, can make all the difference. I also believe that when force multipliers are present, courageous acts take place. I have found in many ways we are not equal. The great equalizer is courage. Evaluate the courage and the will of opposition. Take nothing for granted. Go Duke. Y'all might not care about go Duke. But the other part sounded to me like a lot of the stuff I read about Eagle Scouts. And I think there's a good chance these Eagle Scouts will be force multipliers in their schools and in their families and in their churches and in the places they work in the future. And I'm excited to be with all of you today, and particularly all you Eagle Scout candidates, as we recognize you. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Scott Kilgore, the Scoutmaster of Troop 19. And Scott, if you would come forward, and while you do, just a word or two about Scott that most of you probably already know. Scott has been the Scoutmaster for this troop for the last 21 years. Scott, I think that's about the time that letter was written. And that was before many of you were even born. So that's great dedication. Scott's an Eagle Scout, a proud parent of an Eagle Scout. He's a Vigil Honor member of the Order of the Arrow, a Silver Beaver Award recipient. Also under Scott's leadership, Troop 19 will honor and award its 99th Eagle Scout this year. Scott?
Thank you, Judge Quattlebaum. Before you stands a single lighted candle. It represents the spirit of scouting. Scouts also live by another code, which is the Scout Oath or Promise. The Scout Oath describes 3 duties that every Scout must accept: duty to God and country, duty to others, and duty to self.
I would like to ask the troop to stand and repeat me the Boy Scout oath and law. All my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty, to guard my country, and to obey the Scout law, and to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Please remain standing as we say the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, spiritual, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Okay, at this time, we're going to call the candidates forward. I would ask the Eagle Scout candidates to come forward as I call your names. Matthew Cottner. Sawyer Gilliam. Owen Laird. Wells Leland. Kel Runyon. Britton C. Gordon C. And Jack Wright. Listen now for the voice of the eagle.
This is the voice of the eagle whose heights you struggled hard to reach, We remember well when you first came to the base of the cliff and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back at a moment, look down the cliff you have climbed, look at the experiences you have encountered within your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten. We remember when you took your first steps upon the trail that leads upward. With that first step, you began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout Oath and Law. All the while you were on the trail, we watched you study, and we saw that you learned by doing. First, you were only a scout. Then your brother scouts called you a tenderfoot scout. Soon you reached the first ledge, and there you greeted by a large group of second-class scouts. Some, like you, were stopping to catch their breath while continuing along the trail. You worked harder, and before you knew it, you came to another ledge, the ledge where the first-class scouts dwell. There you found a place of rest. Here you tempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there, but your ambition stirred you on. We remember your advancement to Star Scout. The trail from first class to Star spurred you on, and again you climbed further. The trail was steeper and less worn. Fewer scouts were headed in your direction. You looked down and saw the crowd below you. You looked up and saw few scouts above you. With the same determination that started you on your climb, you continued up the trail. Soon you earned the rank of Life Scout. The heart badge was then placed in your uniform, on your uniform. You will never forget how you felt. All scouts reaching the ledge of Life Scout have experienced this feeling. You thought to yourself, now I am close to the eagle. I will carry on. Your trail became tougher, but more interesting. The original principles, the Scout Oath and Law, now had a fuller meaning. Yes, we have watched your character unfold. We have watched your leadership grow. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. Now that you are at the threshold of the goal, we welcome you. You are now an Eagle Scout.
At this time, we will review the requirements of Eagle Scout. Gentlemen, will you please stand? The awarding of the Eagle rank is an important occasion. This is the climax of a Scout career and the result of many years of hard work. This is an occasion for pride and for joy. And this is a time for serious contemplation about memories of the past and the promise of the future. This ceremony today is the culmination of efforts of these Scouts, their parents, and the various leaders of these Scouts. The Eagle Award is the highest and most coveted rank in Scouting, the last major step in the Scout Advancement Program. It is not an award that is earned frequently. As said earlier, less than 3% of all Scouts in the United States reach this rank. Now to you, Eagle Scouts. At this point, we recognize that you have achieved the purpose of Scouting in the building of character, training for leadership, and the practice of service. To earn the Eagle rank, each of you met these requirements, and you have also advanced through all of the Boy Scout ranks: Boy Scout, Tenderfoot, Second Class, First Class, Star, and Life. You earned at least 21 merit badges, 13 of which are the same ones that all Eagle Scouts must earn. You served actively in troop leadership in a troop leadership position for a period of 6 months after becoming a Life Scout. You planned, developed, and carried out a leadership service project worthy of an Eagle Scout. You appeared before a board of review of prominent persons and satisfied them that you have done your best to understand and live up to the Scout oath and law, and in all ways qualify to be an Eagle Scout. Now, to the audience, careful examination has been made by local and national boards of review as to the qualifications of these candidates for Eagle Award. These Eagle Scout candidates have met all the qualifications and have demonstrated loyalty and duty to God, country, and have been deemed qualified to receive the rank of Eagle Scout. Now I'd like to recognize Scoutmaster Scott Kilgore to describe the qualifications of these Scouts.
Okay, so everybody but Matt Cottner, sit down. Okay, and who is reviewing Matt's?
Just a couple of notes about Matt. Matt joined the troop in September 2016. He went above and beyond and earned a total of 28 merit badges. Some of his troop positions included quartermaster, chaplain, and chaplain's aide. And his Eagle Scout project was he built a raised garden for Christ Church Episcopal School, or excuse me, Christ Church Episcopal Church. He had a total of 128 hours between himself and other scouts that participated in that. One of his things that he really enjoyed about scouting was his Northern Adventure trip, which is a trip to, I think, is it Minnesota? And he's on the Great Lakes, and they paddled over, is it 75 miles, is that correct? In 9 or 10 days? So, and really thoroughly enjoyed that. Some of the things that Matt has participated in at Greenville High include National Honor Society, Palmetto Boys State, Beta Club, lacrosse, and has been a part of the Greenville City Youth Commission. One of his most, or I mentioned his most memorable trip is the Northern Tier trip. Some things he wants to do is continue to give back to Scouts and goes in touch with what Marvin said a few minutes ago about giving back and the responsibilities that come with that. So with that, after he graduates in, a year, plans to go to college. So that's a good thing.
Thank you, Jimmy. Sawyer, please stand.
Sawyer Gilliam, he's the son of John and Danielle. He is a rising senior at Greenville High, and he has been in scouting since 2016. And he's earned 29 merit badges, so one more than Matt. The levels of leadership in the troop have been patrol leader. He was an assistant senior patrol leader, and a troop guide. For his Eagle Scout project, he constructed an outdoor educational seating area at Camperdown Academy that included some benches and a fire ring. It took about 130 hours between he and his group of other scouts. Some of the awards that he received while in scouting: Order of the Arrow, Citizenship in Society, and Arrow of Light. His most memorable moment in Boy Scouting was the trip to Northern Tier. He was surprised at Matthew's good navigation skills and the breathtaking ecosystem of the Boundary Water. Some of the awards and achievements at school were the National Honor Society, a founding member of the Science National Honor Society, and the Beta Club. And how he plans to give back in the future to scouting is to support it in the future and encourage his children one day to join Scouts. And his plans after high school, he wants to go to college and he wants to be a doctor, go to medical school. And he wants to thank the following people for obtaining Eagle Scout. His dad for guiding me through the troubles and giving me valuable advice. His mom for always being there, helping me through the problems, giving me important knowledge that has helped me in my daily life. My grandmother for being a light of the room whenever she's around and teaching me skills that I wouldn't have today without her. And then his teacher, Dr. Cockrell, for supporting and expanding his love for medicine. So that's Sawyer Gilliam.
Thank you, Kevin. Owen Laird.
Owen is the parents are both Christy and Kevin. He is currently attending Clemson University as a sophomore, and he began his life with the troop in January of 2014. We did only get 23 merit badges. He was a member of the troop in terms of troop guide. He was also assistant patrol leader and also patrol leader. Brief description of why he was here. He did do his Eagle project. He constructed 2 picnic benches at the courtyard of the Hollis Elementary School. He did do 94 hours in the Eagle project. One of the big things that he did while here, scouting in his awards with some trips, he was also a member of the Order of the Arrow. Unfortunately, his group was the one that did not get to go to Philmont due to the fires, when the fires out west. In 2018, so they ended up doing a trip to Appalachian Trail, which along with that was one of his most memorable things because it was a 56-mile hike over 4 days. And so instead of the 100-mile hike out in New Mexico, they decided to do it in Appalachian Trail. His school and community awards, he's junior and national beta club, AB honor roll, A honor roll, and most outstanding service learning participant. At the end of how he plans on giving back in the future is he will be involved with both his children and involved with scouting and hopefully help with the troop as they move along. After college, he plans to go into construction science degree, plans on going into the field after that. Wants to thank both of his parents for getting him through his Eagle Scout ranking, and that is it.
Thank you, Britt. Let's see, Wells Leland.
So I'm Hal Crosswell. Incredible honor to be up here. I think Wells is the kind of young man who would have a number of individuals that he could ask to introduce him, and that's a pretty esteemed group. And so I'm truly honored to be up here. I think I can speak to Wells' qualification. We've known Wells and his family since we joined the church here in 2007, I think, and Wells was actually baptized in this church. A story that y'all should know, that they didn't have holy water when he was being baptized, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Andrew questioned the pastor about it, so the pastor licked his hand and put a dab of saliva on his hand and said, "There, he's baptized." So, and since then, we've carpooled together to soccer. I've been able to hear him interchange with Aiden and Bright about school activities, and always very politeful and respectful. As a kid that always held a conversation, and Mary Fran, my wife, would note that about Wells when he'd come over. He was inquisitive and courteous. You'll see his honors, obviously very bright, but we would share riddles and ask, the boys to figure out riddles on the way to soccer. And I still think until he got Richard involved in the seagull, he never figured that one out, but he figured out a lot of them. And we had the pleasure of being his coach, church league basketball. And we won the championship, and Wells was an MVP this year. So I've known Wells for a while, and I think I'm, again, honored to introduce you. So Wells is the son of Richard and Andrea Leland. He's a senior at Christ Church Episcopal School. 6 years ago this month, he joined the scouting troop. He's got 25 merit badges, nice even round quarterly number there. That's Wells, very steady and smooth in everything he does. He was assistant senior patrol leader and troop guide. His project benefited Serenity Place, which is a residential treatment facility for young women. And he constructed and installed a wooden picnic and provided beautification for a sitting garden, cleaning, pruning, installing plants, and mulching. He's got 127 hours total, which is amazing for all these young men to be able to do that with busy lives outside of the commitment to getting their Eagle Scout. He was he's part of the Order of the Arrow, and you'll hear his most memorable part of being a scout. And just a little bit outside of scouting, he was a high honor roll student. He was selected for the National Chinese Honor Society, served as CCES student ambassador all 4 years of high school, ran varsity cross country. He played varsity soccer for CCS, and he is a two-time state champion as of yesterday. Was the starting midfielder, held the midfield, incredibly strong, played the entire game in the wonderful 95 kind of heat index of Columbia yesterday afternoon. So congratulations, Wells, and your team. And then, again, one of the most important achievements was Church League Basketball Championship. So nice job. One of his favorite memories, is the 50-mile plus trip on the AT and the torrential downpour for 4 days in July 2018. He wants to give back by being a mentor for other scouts, and I think he would be an incredible mentor. I think one thing about Wells that I appreciate is that I had a friend who had a lot of the same qualities that Wells and a lot of his friend group do. But one of the things that was critical, the thing that I most appreciate, is Wells is the kind of young man that you want to be around and that makes you want to be better. And that's a huge attribute. So he wants to, he's going to attend Clemson University this fall, study business, and he's going to continue his language studies in Chinese. And he wants to thank Scott Kilgore for guiding him through this scouting journey. He is grateful to Aiden Spinks going through that journey with him. And he wants to thank the mentors in church and at school who have been supporting him throughout this process. And he wants to give special thanks to his parents for their love, support, and guidance. My father, his father, Richard, for going on backpacking trips with him, and his mother for always keeping him organized, and I can attest that she does that very well, with advancing rank and pushing him through the Eagle Project process. And he wants to thank Griffin for paving the path. Thanks, Griffin, from Wells. So job well done, Wells. Congratulations.
Thank you, Al. Kel Runyon.
So Kel's one of our 3 Eagle candidates today that I believe also may qualify for senior citizen discount sometime next year. Kel he was in the same patrol as my son Gordon, so we've spent a lot of years in scouting together. Always a bright, great leader in our troop. He's currently a rising junior at the University of South Carolina Honors College. He's in the international business program there, and looking for great things from him as he wraps that up in the coming years. He's earned 29 merit badges. He's been a patrol leader, a scribe, assistant patrol leader, senior patrol leader, chaplain, and troop guide. He was also our crew leader on the 2016 Philmont trip. He did, for his Eagle Scout project, he renovated an interfaith hospitality network home that was being provided for a family that was transitioning out of homelessness. There was yard work, painting, general maintenance before there were some additional higher level renovations to be done. That project included his time as well as the time of other scouts and volunteers of a total of 128 hours to get that done. He's a member of the Order of the Arrow. As I said, he went to Philmont in 2016. He and his dad and I accompanied him on that trip. It was a great trip for everybody, I believe. He also did the National Youth Leadership Training in 2015. He's a 3-time member of the South Carolina Honors College President's List. He's a member of Sigma Alpha Epsilon, where he's been treasurer. He's a Palmetto Fellows Scholar, National Honor Society member. He was part of the YMCA National Youth Advocacy delegates. He's been on the YMCA Council on National Affairs, and he participated in youth and government for 7 years. He indicates that some of his most memorable events in scouting were his first time away from home for a week at Camp Old Indian, where he found himself surviving off of Coke floats and what was represented to him as being grits. He enjoyed all the time he spent hanging out with his buddies that week, and especially the Slim Jims while he was in the hammock relaxing. His other real memorable event was when Scott, the fearless leader of Troop 19, put him at the age of 15 at the helm of the boat to get him across, to get everybody across Joe Cassie from our campsite. Said he didn't have a license to drive a car, but he felt like a god as that captain of that boat that afternoon. But everybody got there safely. As Scott always said, you can bring them home bloodied and broken, but you got to bring them home, which he always does. He hopes to give back in the future by being able to volunteer. Any future children, he hopes to get involved in scouting as well. When he finishes up school, he hopes to be working overseas in probably an international business of some sort based on what he's pursuing right now. The people he'd like to thank, he'd of course like to thank his father, who was supportive of him from the very beginning when he joined Scouts, going on trips with him, the hard work he put in going to Philmont and being one of the adult leaders on that trip. In fact, Bob even had to finish up the last of it with a torn meniscus, hiking through the rocks and the bramble of New Mexico. So he was quite a trooper, and that's not lost on Kel, and he certainly appreciates it. He'd like to thank his mother, who kept all his awards and his life together, kept everything straight. And of course, he'd like to thank Scott Kilgore. He wasn't sure he didn't appreciate it at the time, but he does now appreciate the wake-up call to, it's going to be a golden day. And of course, any of you members camping with Scott, you know that phrase well. And I believe that's about everything. I'm very proud of you, Kel. Good job.
Thank you, David. Okay, Britton C.
It's my honor to tell you a little bit about Britton and recognize him for this wonderful achievement. Britton is the son of Britt and Kathleen C. He is a junior at Eastside High School. He joined the troop in September of 2016, earned a total of 25 merit badges, not too shabby, Britton. His offices that he's held, he was patrol leader, troop guide, senior patrol leader, and ASPL. His Eagle Scout project included creating walking trails and an outdoor sitting area for the science department at his elementary and middle school, which is Camperdown Academy. He had a total of 90 Eagle Scout project hours. His special awards within Boy Scouts include Northern Tier High Adventure Base, Order of the Arrow, and the National Youth Leadership Training. As far as school and community awards, Britton received Student of the Month, is a member of the National Honor Society and the Beta Club. Let's see, his favorite or most memorable moments include the Black River trip because of all the activities and the games that they participated in. Also, the Georgia fishing trip was a really fun trip because it was very laid back and fun, and the Northern Tier as a whole. He says there was also a Cape Island trip, which was one of the worst trips he ever went on because he too got sun poisoning and eaten by mosquitoes. So I would say that's definitely a memory to forget maybe, right, Britton? His plans to give back to scouting include continuing to help with Eagle Scout projects with future Eagle Scouts and to continue going on trips. After high school, he hopes to go to college and focus on agriculture with a focus on livestock. And Britton would like to thank his mother for helping him with the Eagle Scout paperwork and always making sure that he got to meetings and had everything that he needed when he was going on trips. Also, his father for helping him with this project and going on the trips as well, and making sure that he stuck with it and stayed in the troop. And he also would like to thank his cousin Gordon C. for getting him into Troop 19 and encouraging him. So congratulations, Britton.
Thank you. Okay, Gordon, your turn.
Hi, I'm Richard Leland. I'm Wells' dad. I have the honor of presenting Gordon C. cousin. He's the son of David and Bryna C. He's a sophomore at the University of South Carolina, where he's in honors college there, plans to go on to law school. He started Scouts in August of 13, has 30 merit badges. He's held every position, assistant patrol leader, assistant senior patrol leader. For his Eagle Scout project, he led construction of an outdoor shelter at Greenville County Animal Care that included bench and gravel runoff with 100 hours. His Boy Scout awards include Ordeal of Order of the Arrow, Brotherhood, and Philmont in 2016. He's done Palmetto Boys State, was National Merit Scholar and National Honor Society. One of his most memorable things in Scouts is when Scott fell off the raft in the Nantahala and then was able to manage to get another raft stuck. He wants to give back in scouting and lead in the future. He plans to go to law school after completing South Carolina Honors College. He wishes to thank his dad, his mom, his uncle, and Scott, and all the parents who helped him throughout scouting. Very nice. Going to see.
Thank you. Okay, last but not least, Jack. Jack Wright.
Jack Douglas Wright. His parents are Jimmy and Heidi Wright. He graduated from Greenville High School in June 2020 and is presently at Clemson University School of Business working on his finance degree. Looking forward to a summer study abroad in Italy, Rome, Italy. He joined in November 2014. He has a total of 23 merit badges. Congratulations. His offices that he has held in troop are troop guide, patrol leader, and church aide. His Eagle Scout project was to build 2 display cases at Greenville Zoo that have plexiglass fronts for visitors to see inside, and they were powered by solar lights. That project took more than 200 hours. It's quite an accomplishment. Achievements have been his trip to Philmont in 2014, his Order of the Arrow. His most memorable moments in scouting have been that trip to Philmont with 12 of his other scout friends, He hiked for over 100 miles in the span of 10 days. He got to experience a once-in-a-lifetime trip while strengthening the bond with his friends. His plans to give back to Scouting in the future are helping younger Scouts with their Eagle projects, including his brother, and introducing it to his children someday. He would like to thank the following people: his parents for pushing him to finish his project, especially during times of failure. He wants to thank Scott and the rest of the troop for always supporting him. And he would like to thank all of his friends, not in the troop, that have helped him throughout the entire Eagle project.
That's quite a list of accomplishments and qualifications, and this makes me even more proud and honored to be here. I'd like now to deliver the Eagle Scout Challenge to our new Eagle Scouts. It's once again an honor to speak for Eagle Scouts of this council. To the Scouts, we challenge the Scouts to accept the responsibility as well as the honor of the Eagle Award. These responsibilities fall into 4 important words I'd like to go over now. Number 1, honor. An Eagle Scout is to live with honor. His honor is sacred. It is the foundation of all character. An Eagle will live so that he reflects credit upon his home, church, school, friends, and himself. May the white of your badge remind you to live with honor. Number 2, loyalty. An Eagle Scout is to be loyal. As Shakespeare said, "To thine own self be true." Most people have heard of that, but the rest of this may not be as well known. That line continues, "And it must follow as the night follows the day, you cannot then be false to any man. Neither pain nor profit, neither pride nor personal loss shall sway your loyalty." The blue on your badge is the emblem of loyalty. 3, courage. An Eagle Scout is courageous. Courage gives all character force and strength. With trust in God and faith in his fellow man, he faces each day unafraid and seeks his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of your badge remind you of courage. And 4, service. Finally, an Eagle Scout is service-oriented. Extend a helping hand to those who toil along the scouting trail you have completed, just as others have aided you. The daily good turn must take on a new meaning and better the life pattern of service. Protect and defend the weak and the helpless. Comfort the unfortunate and the oppressed. Uphold the rights of others as well as your own. Remember, real leadership is founded upon real service. And now we will make the presentation of the Eagle Scouts and their parents. Will Isaiah Dunlap and Scott Kilgore please come forward? Okay. I will now ask the Eagle Scouts to escort their parents to the front. right. Eagle Scouts, we now proclaim to all the world your accomplishments. The symbol of your success is the Eagle Badge, which is about to be presented to you. By virtue of the authority vested in this court of honor by the National Council, the Boy Scouts of America, upon the recommendation of various responsible persons, and after thorough investigation of the applicants, we now award the rank of Eagle Scout to Matthew Cottner, Sawyer Gilliam, Owen Laird, Wells Leland, Kel Runyon, Britton C., Gordon C., Jack Wright. At this time, your family will now pin the badge over your heart. Okay, Eagles, in recognition of the many hours of patient guidance given to you by your mother, will you now pin the mom's pin over her heart? And Eagles, in recognition of the wisdom and guidance given to you by your fathers, will you now present him with the dad's pin, which he will be proud to wear in your honor? Okay. Now, may the audience, will you stand and please give a round of applause to the Eagles and their families? Now, Eagles, please escort your parents back to their seats and then come back to the front.
Be seated. So we wanted to pause for a minute for each scout in order to recognize somebody they consider important to their accomplishment, either Eagle or other things, other aspects of life. And wanted to, I guess since we're always starting with Matthew, how about if we start with Jack? Jack, is there somebody that you'd like to recognize?
I'll remember you said that.
achievement. Your position, as we well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You're a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, and to your fellow scouts and others. It's a great undertaking. You will live up to these obligations and bring honor to yourself and your brother scouts. You cannot fail. It brings down the standard of all others. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow scouts, to God, your country. America has many good things to give you, those things and those who follow you. But those things depend on, for the most part, on the character and leadership abilities of our citizens. You come to help her in all that she needs most. You are here to help make her future greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office to hold in the highest level of service. By doing so, all may live better. Now, I wanted to take this opportunity. We've had a lot of stress and delays with COVID, and I really appreciate you three coming from college to participate in the ceremony. I think that's just a testament to you guys that you thought enough to come back and let us honor you. And I think with Matthew, there's 12 laws. Matthew, I always think of courteous when I think of you. And Sawyer, I think of trustworthy. Never felt like you told me anything untrue. Owen, of all the scouts, one of the more powerful of the 12, I consider you to be very reverent in that. Well, sure. Always has a smile on his face. Kel, extremely loyal. Whenever there's a need, Kel's going to be there to help out with whatever we need. Britt, kind. I think everybody understands that they can always have a friend in Britt. Jordan, cheerful. Sometimes I can be so grumpy, but you're always cheerful. It's really annoying sometimes. And Jack, brave. The reason I say that is because we haven't always agreed, but you disagree with respect and from a point of strength. And you're not afraid to say, put your point of view together and present it. So I respect you for that. So each of you has certain traits. But in a few years, let's say you're finished with college, you've got a wife, and you've got maybe a 6 or 7 year old kid, and you go to a meeting, and they need a den leader. I'm going to go ahead and give you your den leader patch now. I already did. Where'd that come from? And so you are prepared in a few years. And my son is now a parent, and I'm hoping that one day he'll be a den leader. So thank you very much for being a member of the troop. You guys, every one of you, has been fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thomas Schumacher will give our benediction.
Thank you. All right, please bow your head. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day that we got to meet together and officially grant this well-deserved achievement to these hard-working young men. Thank you for being with them as they worked hard and devoted themselves to achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. I pray that you continue to work through these young men as they influence a younger generation.
Continue to guide their footsteps onto a great path as they go through life. We thank you for the families and friends of these Eagle Scouts and the support they gave in the journey. Be with us as we continue our journey through life. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Okay, and if Matt Cottner and Ben Gilliam would please come forward.
Just very quickly, thank you all very much, and gentlemen, thank you for your commitment and showing us what right looks like on a day in and day out basis, even when it's not easy or fun or popular to do. You're a role model for your peers and for all of us here. And to that point, our congressional delegation, Congressman William Timmons and Senators Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott, send you their greetings, and so they'll have some certificates for you once we leave. But to Scott and to Justice Quattlebaum, what can you say but thank you? Thank you, Scott, for all of your leadership, for your dedication, for your sacrifice. We are very grateful. These young men will take the lessons you've taught them and instilled upon them into the future. And when we think of a little something to say thank you on behalf of the families, to a guy who has probably all the camping gear that he wants and all the bicycle gear and climbing gear. It was hard, but Ben and Danielle came up with some great ideas. So,
Scott
Scott first, yeah.
Scott, we know that you love your woodworking. Seeing that you got the troop to move your lathe for you this year. With that said, if you would like to come up, we have a gift certificate to Woodcraft. So you can purchase whatever extra tools you want for your lathe. And
well, thank you. Yeah, very kind.
And oops, go ahead.
Just to the Scouts, to have Justice Quattlebaum here is quite a great honor because he is on the 4th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, which is one step right below the Supreme Court. So he represents South Carolina and represents all of us well in the legislative branch. So what do you give a judge who probably also has everything? Unfortunately, I don't think you can take this into the judge's chambers.
So from Make Made Jewelry, we got a beautiful Damascus pocket knife with spalted beech and mother of pearl inlay. Wow. So it's a Boy Scout's best tool.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very kind.
And we have a couple other things for the Scouts. We also framed their Eagle certificate. And we made a jump done with Sawyer. His didn't come back from national. We just met for review last week. So I called the SA National, talked to the president, Sawyer should.
Well, once again, congratulations to all the Eagle Scouts. It's been great being here with everyone. The Eagle families would like to invite all here present to join them for a reception in the crimes room. That's immediately below us. There's stairs in the back. There's an elevator in the hall behind us, immediately following. If I could just have one more round of applause for our Eagle Scouts and their families. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Fellowship, just go through the hall. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, that's easy. That's easier. Just go through the door and you'll run into it. This Eagle Scout Court of Honor now stands adjourned.